a magical Christmas. Today I'm going to talk about the layers of our atmosphere. Life on Earth would be impossible without the atmosphere. It provides the air we breathe and the water we drink. It protects us from the sun's harmful radiation while maintaining a good temperature. Our atmosphere has 6 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. First, let's talk about the troposphere. The troposphere is the innermost layer of our atmosphere. It is also the layer we call home. Tropos means change. This layer gets its name because the weather is constantly changing and mixing up the gases in this part of our atmosphere. The troposphere is about 6.2 miles and its thickness depends on where you are on Earth. It's thinnest on the North Pole and the South Pole. This layer has the air we breathe and the clouds in the sky. The air is densest in the lower layer. The troposphere contains 3/4 of mass of the atmosphere. The air here is 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. The last 1% is made of argon, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Next we have the stratosphere. Strat means layer. This layer of our atmosphere has its own set of layers. There are no storms of turbulence here to mix up the air. Cold, heavy air is at the bottom and warm, light air is at the top. This layer is 22 miles thick. The stratosphere is where you'll find the very important ozone layer. The ozone layer helps us protect from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Ozone layer absorbs most of the radiation the sun sends to us. Life wouldn't be possible without this layer of protection. Next we have the mesosphere. It is the middle layer of our atmosphere. Meso means middle. The gases here are all mixed up rather than being layered by their mass. The mesosphere is also 22 miles thick. The air is still thin, so you wouldn't be able to breathe in the mesosphere. But there is more gas in this layer than in the thermosphere. Have you ever seen meteor shower? Where meteors burn up and shriek across the sky? Some people call them shooting stars. Those meteors are burning up in the mesosphere. The meteors make it through the exosphere and the thermosphere without trouble because those layers don't have much air. But when they hit the mesosphere, there are enough gases to cause friction and create heat. Then we have the ionosphere. This overlaps the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere, but mostly the thermosphere. It's a very active part of the atmosphere and it grows and shrinks depending on the energy it absorbs from the sun. Gases in these layers are excited by solar radiation to form ions which have an electrical charge. In the ionosphere, charged particles are affected by the magnetic fields of both Earth and the Sun. This is where auroras happen. Those are bright, beautiful bands of light that you sometimes see near Earth's poles. Overlapping this layer, we have the thermosphere. Thermo means heat, and the temperature in this layer can reach up to 2482 degrees Celsius. If you were to hang out in the thermosphere, you would be very cold because there aren't enough gas molecules to transfer the heat to you. This also means there aren't any molecules for sun waves to travel Earth. This layer of Earth's atmosphere is about 390 miles thick. That's much thicker than the inner layers of our atmosphere, but not nearly as thick as the exosphere. The thermosphere is home to International Space Station. It's also where you'll find low Earth orbit satellites. At last, we have the exosphere. The exosphere is the outermost layer of our atmosphere. Exo means outside. This layer separates the rest of the atmosphere from outer space. It's about 6,200 miles thick. That's almost as wide as Earth itself. Oh my goodness, that's amazing! The exosphere is really big. That means you have to be very far from Earth to get to outer space. The exosphere has gases like hydrogen and helium, but they are very spread out. There is no air to breathe and it's very cold. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and I wish you a Happy New Year.